formula has 1 to 6 players trying to find a secret formula in an underground bunker, then escape. To avoid spoilers, I'll focus on the tutorial. The main game works the same way. Put the story card where everyone can see it. Get the app ready and press start when you're ready. You'll have 60 minutes to escape. When you enter a room, you'll see numbers. Find those cards in the deck and then reveal them. Object cards are red and blue. If you think one object works with another, combine the number of one red card and one blue, then search for that new number in the deck. Code cards are yellow, and you'll enter those in the app. Machine cards are green, and you'll need to use the cards to figure out how to work them. Other cards are gray, and can be locations, combined objects, and so on. Most cards will be helpful and make sense with the solution. Some will be a card that doesn't apply yet because you were way off. Put those back right away. When you had a choice but chose wrong, you'll find a penalty card. Press the button in the app and then discard the card. This will take a few minutes away from you, so watch out. That's pretty much the game. You'll sometimes have letters or numbers hidden on a card, or have cards that don't seem like they fit yet. Eventually, things will come to you, or you can use the app to get hints, and you'll reach the end. Read that card to the group, then celebrate. Oh, and if you ran out of time, you can still continue, so don't worry. You just won't get a great final score. Solve the puzzles on cards to reveal more cards, and try to make it to the end before running out of time. That's Unlock the Formula. You could play Unlock the Formula on a coffee table. You'll spread some cards out, but that's about all the space you'll need. Unless you've already played a game in this series, start with the 10-minute tutorial. You'll probably finish before time runs out. The main game timer runs for 60 minutes, but you can continue if you need more time. Depending on your family, this could be played on weeknights. There are tricky puzzles, there's quite a lot of reading, and you'll need to be comfortable with numbers. Save this for ages 10 and up, and one player should at least be 16. I have to be careful not to spoil things, so sorry if this is hard to follow. We spent over 30 minutes on one puzzle. The app's hints didn't help at all because they were obvious, so we figured those parts out earlier. As time and the clouds passed, sunlight came in at a different angle. We finally saw a hidden number on one card that we couldn't see in different lighting. The game was easy until then, but let's move on. Unlock the Formula comes in a small box, and it's just cards, so you can bring it just about anywhere, and even teach it and play with non-gamers. I said it before and I'll say it again. I like games where you can do this. I enjoy games, puzzles, and stories, so I love the idea of escape room games. The puzzles here are better than the Once in Time stories, which is published by the same company, and the story, at least in this box, was better than the one in Exit the Secret Lab. I'll compare this and Exit more in the next section. Some people hate when games use apps. This one plays music, is your timer, can provide hints, and is where you type in codes. On the bright side, you don't need to be connected to the internet once downloaded. I don't like the deck mechanism. It feels really gamey to me, like the designers wanted you to use up your time limit. If you want us to take more time, make your puzzles more challenging. Unlock the Formula costs around $20 Canadian and provides at least 60 minutes of puzzles and mysteries for you and your friends and or family. Unlike the Exit the Game series, you can trade or sell this afterwards because you don't write on or damage any components. Even if this box doesn't appeal to you, there are tons in the series. So if this all sounds like a good time and a good value, maybe check it out. As for me, I thought it was okay. There were some good parts, but the puzzles were better in Exit the Secret Lab. In that game, I felt if we couldn't solve a puzzle, it was because we weren't making the right connection or we were overthinking things. Here, the puzzles weren't that hard, and we only spent about 30 minutes on all the puzzles in the game, constantly going through the deck. Plus, that lighting problem left a bad taste. If we ever tried to play this at our board game cafe, we probably would have had even more problems due to lighting issues. In other words, while I really want to play another box of eggs at the game, I'm not in a rush to play another from this series.